The debate over the most controversial proposition on the ballot this November is heating up. Local churches now joining the fray over Proposition 8, which would ban gay marriages in California.
We are here to protect families and protect the traditional and biblical definition of marriage between one man and one woman.
It's not really their place to tell the government who can marry and who can't.
Coming up at 6, both sides on Proposition 8 step up their campaigns to try and convince you how to vote on this crucial issue next month. Reporter Jose Gaspar will have the details. Both sides of a politically hot-button issue are turning up the heat tonight, trying to get your vote on Proposition 8. If passed, it will define marriage as only between a man and a woman. 29 Eyewitness News reporter Jose Gaspar is joining us now live from our newsroom with more on what is behind this effort. Jose.
Lisa, both sides are pouring millions of dollars to get their message across about Proposition 8, and a coalition of local churches are also joining this debate. In Tehachapi, proponents rallied today to demonstrate their support of Proposition 8.
It's important because it's best for children that one man and one woman, husband and wife, raise a family.
If passed, Prop 8 would ban gay marriage in California. Locally, a coalition of churches, including St. Philip the Apostle, is actively campaigning to pass the proposed measure. The church will be having a phone-a-thon, calling parishioners to remind them to vote yes on Prop 8.
It's the first time I know that I've been involved in something like this, and it is the largest grassroots effort ever in the history of this state.
In the latest polls, yes on 8 is slightly ahead statewide. Television ads portray a sort of doomsday if it doesn't pass.
Churches could lose their tax exemption. Gay marriage taught in public school.
Well, I'm concerned.
Janet Gonzalez of Bakersfield says Prop 8 supporters are deliberately misleading voters. She says gays and lesbians need to educate people on what she believes is a civil rights issue.
Well, we need to talk to our friends and neighbors. Frankly, I think we can do it without. It doesn't necessarily have to be about funding, but we need to be willing to speak out.
While both sides debate, there does seem to be one thing both can agree.
Find out what the ramifications of a yes vote are and what a no vote are, and I believe in the intelligence of the voter that they'll make the right decision.
So far, the Yes on 8 campaign has raised at least $25 million statewide, while No on 8 has raised close to $16 million. And with 4 weeks left to go, both sides are expected to keep campaigning right up to Election Day. Live in the newsroom, Jose Gaspar. Lisa, now back to you.
Jose, thank you. Same-sex marriages in California became legal in June, and since then, more than 11,000 same-sex couples have married in California, according to the Williams Institute at UCLA. 5 counties make up the bulk of same-sex marriages. Those are Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, Riverside, and Alameda counties. We checked with the Kern County Clerk's Office to find out the number of same-sex marriages performed here. Kern County does not keep statistics on same-sex marriage licenses.
The debate over gay marriage heats up. Coming up, I've got local reaction to Proposition 8.
It's a hot button issue across the state and here at home. We're talking about the debate over gay marriage. Tonight, supporters and opponents will debate the California Marriage Protection Act, also known as Proposition 8, which will appear on the November ballot. Eyewitness News reporter Kate Larson is live in Northwest Bakersfield to find out if your neighbors plan to say I do or object to Prop 8 come voting day. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Simney. I'm here at the Starbucks off Rosedale Highway. Now, nobody's arrived yet, but as they do, I'm going to start asking them what they think about Proposition 8. Now, just to explain it to you, Proposition is an initiative on the 2008 California general election ballot, and it eliminates the right for same-sex couples to marry. Now, if passed, the proposition would change the California Constitution to eliminate the right of same-sex couples to marry in California. A new section would be added stating only marriage between a man and a woman is valid or recognized in California. Now, we did have a photographer out yesterday talking to people about what they thought of Prop 8, and here's what they had to say.
I believe, yes, on Prop 8, that marriage is between a man and a woman, and that marriage is ordained by God.
I believe anybody has the right to marry whoever they please. I don't see how it affects the rest of us. treating a human being fairly.
I think it's very poorly written, and the biggest concern I have is that people in our community don't understand what they're really voting for. I would encourage them to go out, study it, read it, understand it before you vote.
That's a good point. A lot of these proposition and measures on the ballot can be very confusing as far as the wording goes. So pick up your ballot and read through everything, check it out online. I printed out a bunch of stuff just to study and figure out exactly what the wording is. If you vote yes, you are voting to eliminate the right for same-sex couples to marry. If you vote no, you still want same-sex couples to be able to get married in the state of California. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be getting married in churches. This is just a legal marriage between a man and a man or a woman and a woman in California. I've got more coming up. Reporting live from Northwest Bakersfield, I'm Kate Larson. I'm here at the Starbucks off Rosedale in Northwest Bakersfield, and I've been talking to people as they've been coming in and out of Starbucks getting their coffee about what they think about Proposition 8. And I've heard people on both sides. Some people are going to vote yes, some people are going to vote no. Now I'm here with Frank Williams, who lives in Bakersfield. Frank, what do you think about Prop 8?
Well, I'm going to vote for Prop 8, and I think it's a personal decision, and I think marriage is between a man and woman. Having said that, I don't think anyone should be discriminated against because of their sexual orientation. And that goes to work and hospitals and property and all those kinds of issues.
Great. Thank you so much, Frank.
You're welcome.
Now I'm here with Larry Kinsell, who is from Bakersfield. Larry, what do you think about Proposition 8?
I'm really in favor of Proposition 8, Kate. I think marriage ought to be between a man and a woman. That was how it was ordained from God from the beginning.
And do you think this debate that's happening tonight at Cal State is a good idea? Do you think it's important for people in the community to talk together about controversial issues?
Well, I think everybody ought to have a choice. And if you don't know which way to vote, go to the debate and get both sides and then make your choice.
Great. Thank you so much, Larry. Have a good morning. Now I'm here with Caleb Funderburk, who is from Bakersfield. Caleb, what do you think about Proposition 8?
Well, honestly, I think, this is the land of the free and all that good stuff. But, I mean, if people want to be married, who does it matter who they're married to? Myself, as a gay male, I don't personally plan on marrying another man. But I think anybody that should want to should be allowed to do so. I think there was a comment made earlier on TV by Mr. Mettler, I believe it was, about, the propitiation of the species and how, the sanctity of marriage would be at risk. I don't think because people are allowed to get married, gay people, that straight people are going to stop having sex and the species is going to falter. I really don't think that's a legitimate concern. So, that's my thoughts on that.
Great. Thank you so much. And there's a debate happening tonight at Cal State Bakersfield where people are going to be able to discuss both sides of the issue. Do you think that's an important discussion for Kern County to have?
I think it is. I think a lot of this stuff is, things that people kind of keep behind closed doors. A lot of people have it on their minds but don't say anything about it. Either they're afraid or embarrassed or what have you. But I think that it is something that needs to be gotten out, in a public forum so that people can discuss and so that leaders can actually get a feel for what it is that their people actually feel about this issue.
Great. Thank you so much, Caleb, and have a good morning. Now I'm here with Mariah Alvidrez, who's from Bakersfield. Mariah, what do you think about Prop 8?
I think Prop 8 should be passed because I believe in no same-sex marriage because of my religious beliefs, and I believe God made it that way for a man and a woman to be married.
Great. Thank you, Mariah. And I'm also here with Caleb Funderburk, who's from Bakersfield. Caleb, what do you think about Prop 8?
I'm going to vote no, myself also being religious. I'm a Christian too, but I really don't think anybody really chooses to be gay. I mean, why would somebody wake up one day and be, I want to put myself at odds with everybody that I come in contact with, get kicked out of church and, maybe be at odds with my parents and make things just generally harder for me in my entire life.
According to a professor at Bolt Hall, UC Berkeley School of Law, is saying that the amendment cannot be retroactive. In other words, they cannot take away the marriage licenses that they've already given to an estimated 11,000 same-sex couples in California. But it is a hot-button topic, and a lot of people have had a lot of different opinions that I've spoken to this morning. So the debate should be interesting tonight, and it's free and open to the public. It starts at 7 o'clock in the Student Reunion Multipurpose Room at Cal State campus in Southwest Bakersfield. And another thing is a lot of these measures have complicated wording and can be confusing, so it's important that you do your research and look things up online, read your voter guide, and make sure you're voting on the right thing. Reporting live from Northwest Bakersfield, I'm Kate Larson.